Okay, good morning, y'all. Saturday. I'm heading to a curb job, mini curber. Now, I'm not sure how well I'll be able to get this on camera because I roll forward. The mini curbers are roll forward. The big machines are roll backward. But I am up in my cluster bean milkshake X's AO. Come on, what are you doing? You gonna go? Or are you dreaming? You kind of got me a little nervous there. That other car wasn't even fucking stopping. All right, we're good. Fucking people up here do not know how to drive. It is quite bad. On occasion, they're breaking ground. What are they gonna put there? So anyway, this is very rural, and they farm community. However, they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. So this area is actually turning into, suburbia of the suburbs of Nashville. So it's expanding. I think I got a video out there. I kind of probably fucked up some of the names and shit, but all cities are shaped like a fucking star pattern, right? And you got the center, and then you got the highways that go around it. You got major veins that crisscross and intersect, and yada, 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 yada. Anyway, this particular route that I'm on right now goes on forever across the state. Goes all the way up into Kentucky. We're close to it. However, I am going into a town called Westmoreland. I've never been to this project. I've heard about it, but I've never been here. And it's to my understanding, it's the mini curber. Oh yeah, this curb shit is actually crazy. I told the batch guy, I was like, yeah, whenever they put fly ash in this shit, it throws everything off. Your whole water ratio gets discombobulated. I'm only doing 9 yards, and the PSI is up there. I said, my truck, the PSI is low. It's about 100 to 200 less than what our smart hatch meter thingy says. I know this truck because I get tested all the fucking time in it. And I'm nosy and kind of OCD in that regard. I want to know when I pull up to a job, what that meter is reading. I want to know what it cones out at. And I take mental notes. Okay, this job, we're hauling the 4,000 PSI. It's got interior, no air. 1,200 is a 4 on the nose. 1,300 is a 3.5 on the nose. 1,100 is a 4.5 on the nose. I mean, it literally, I had different readings every time I went there because it's a scientific wild ass guess. He loads us dry. I try to slump it to the closest I can get it with the hose on the ground. And then it does react a little bit on the way to the job. Why are 10 yards going to the big machine. It only needed to be a 2. And getting it to a 2 was damn near impossible. I'm like, oh, we need 40. According to what it read in the hole at that time, I put 40 on it. Pull out of the hole, mix it up, wash it down, add a few more gallons to it for good luck, and no sooner as I pull off the fucking yard at that plant, the PSI went up like 500 or 600. So I'm rolling out at on a 1900, which is perfect. 1-inch slump that I can play with en route a little bit. No, it bounced. And I was like, what the hell? By the time I turned around, it was a 2900. And by the time I returned to the plant, and I was like, oh, we need to do something about this. This is fucking cray-cray. He's like, what is it? I said, 3,000. He's like, no shit. I was like, no shit. Drop 80 gallons on that motherfucker. And I'm going with it. Well, by the good graces of God and the luck that would, you know, be following me that day, the dude that was actually ahead of me was not done yet. I sat there, and when I got to the job, I mixed that bitch forever. Because here's what happened. You got a dry batch. You add water to that, it's floating on top. So you'll have soup in the front and graham cracker crust in the back. And it takes eternity to get that shit mixed in. Like, probably 500 or 600 fucking rotations. I mean, I ain't joking. No 75 times gonna mix in 80 gallons of water on top of a graham cracker crust batch with a fucked up fly ash. This fly ash was like chalk. Bye. Enjoy yourself. I hope you get a ticket, because they're kind of dickish around here. Good luck to you. Just saying. Yeah, that's an import. Little migrant. Ain't nobody in this area of the planet grew up here gonna buy one of those cars. Because they like it. Might get an Audi or a, you know, that Pontiac. What was it? A Solstice? I think it's what it was. Solaris, whatever. Little 2-seater sports car thingy. My mom had one. She was so cute. She nicknamed it Gigi for gas guzzler. But anyway, yeah, she had a fancy little sports car. So, yeah, there's a few, but not that. That's like Range Rover type of, nah. Because those are like $100,000, you know. Most of the fancy stuff people are buying used, you know. Yeah. It's a personality, it's a culture thing. Cow! Oh, cow! There are lots of cows here. Lots. I don't know what the breed is, but we got those ones that they look like Angus, but they're white. There's somebody who has a whole fucking yard of those over by my mama. Alright, let me get the GPS open here. My shoulder's bothering me. I slept funny. Okay. Now, dude says you go up, you go to the 4 corners, you go down the hill, and just as he comes up the hill and starts to turn into 55, you take a left. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I looking for the hound dog on the corner next to the red mailbox type of thing? He's like, kinda. Yeah, we got jokes. going to Pleasant Grove. It's a street, it's a district, it's a subdivision, there's everything. Little township, unincorporated thing. This is the route I was on the night that that Sportster come flying up behind me and wouldn't get off my ass when I was on my bike. And it was right through here is where I passed the 18-wheeler. Trying to escape the fucker to get him away from me. I was perfectly happy with doing 61 miles an hour on my way to work. I left early enough. I was in no fucking rush. And then it was... yeah, it was right here where I passed the 18-wheeler. It was right down around this bend is where the police officer was sitting, blue lighted us, and pulled over. The guy proceeded to tell me his whole fucking life story, and I'm like, that's nice. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Doing the background and everything and looking up our shit because I produced all my stuff. I wasn't even nervous. I knew I was wrong. Right? Pull this over like right here. On the side of the road. Right. Yep. And I was grateful. He let me go, but he held that guy, but I don't know whatever happened to him. I thought I might have seen, it was dark, right? I didn't get a good look at the dude, you know, per se. But it was, about 10 o'clock in the morning, later that day. I was heading to a job and I saw something that looked like the dude. He was an itchy, scratchy looking thing. First truck. Oh yeah, it's climbed. It's looking all sort of fucking wild and shit. Let's see what we got. Put 20 on it as I was rolling out. You put 30 on it after I put 40 on it. I said, yeah, you're gonna have to slump these guys in the fucking hole. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. Doing wacky shit. It's the fucking fly ash. It ain't you. It's the fucking fly. Alright, what do we got? Center. And my ring is squeaking. Yeah, I sprayed it with cleaner this morning. and trying to get some of the fucking dust off. These big industrial pores. This truck's no longer white, it's fucking gray. Yeah. Alright, no, I can't remember the fucking traffic pattern. Yeah, I think it turns into 2 lanes and then, yeah, there it goes. Merges over. I don't know why they just don't make this fucking light control. With the sensors. Make more sense. Alright, we're gonna move over and go. No. Alright. There's a Mexican restaurant right over here on the right. It's the best fucking Mexican restaurant ever. They got the best food. They got the best margaritas I've ever had. That. I'll bet money on that. They should be like notoriety for their fucking margaritas. They're incredible. Another town, next one over, that one they've got no trucks in the left lane in these double lane streets. What a fucking headache that is. That's the big hill going up the hill. On the other side of the hill, I think the speed limit goes to 50. For the banners. Subdivisions. Alright, let me pause it. Okay, I am on job. I don't know where they're located. We're doing curve. Oh, there they are. Alright. I gotta make a phone call. Quick. And grease this ring. And I'll be back. Okay. Alrighty. I've got to get water on this. I got to mix it up. They got the machine. They're not even unpacked yet. So, we got time. Saw him the other day. He was coming in getting sand and shit. So, we're gonna... got this one old guy that works with him. He's kind of cool. He's been with him forever. I think it's his company, actually. But I don't see him out here today. He might be in that truck up there. But these are those, like, generic box houses that they used to build in the fucking 80s. That are, like, right next to each other. They got decent lots. I'm pretty sure they're big enough to put a pool on if you wanted one. But yeah, this one. Yeah. What do they call it? That's funny. was a joke. Well, apparently, well, give you an idea. The president of our company, he's not the owner, he's the president. This is his land. And he decided to develop it. He'd sell it. He contracted with a builder and he built on it. So they built these little box houses. Now I am just trying to get this slump down to what I know these guys like to pour it on. It's like a 1.5. I've worked for these guys before. And these mini curbers take so fucking long. Depending on where they want to start will determine where I need to be. I may have to turn it around. But it's that little machine, like right next to the truck on the other side. And they pull it backward. I drive forward with it because it's easier. I can see what I'm doing. Let's see where they're gonna go. See what it did. Perfect. 18, 19, 2000. I just dropped a little bit of water on it. So the batch guy, I gotta turn around, whatever direction. Yes, dear. No, I'm good.
This guy just said one of us try and keep you off the edge because they have like shades that probably
Keep what off the edge?
it's not.
Uh-huh.
So just try and stay in the middle the best you can.
Oh no, I pour my shit forward with that machine. So I can see, I'm inside the friggin' road.
I was just letting you know.
Oh yeah, I'll go down and get flipped around in order to be pouring forward. So whatever side of the road you all set up on, I gotta flip around to go facing forward to pour for you. He knows me. May have to back up in here. Yeah, I don't know who that is. That might be my boss up there. But we'll yeah, he's gonna start here. That means I gotta get flipped around and go forward with it. So, I don't know who that is, blocking the road, but we're gonna get him out of the way. Because I gotta turn around. Yeah. Run. Run, princess, run. Now we're just waiting on them. Open this up. Hopper up. Give it another little mix. It's gonna get noisy. Right after I left because it was still 18, 19, and then it'll jump to 2000. Yep, perfect. Good times. Yeah, this kid thought I was going to roll it backward. Fuck no. The guy's pulling it on the other side, so he's going away from the truck. There's another guy who usually walks alongside him right in front of the chute over here, stabs at it, and there's another guy on the inside that stabs at it to help it get into the little auger thingy that presses this curb. It's called a little quarter curb. That's what I call it, a quarter curb. You put 4 of them together, they make a square. Cut them. And then we got a curb that looks like a top hat. And then we got a curb that looks like a step. We got a curb that looks like a giant, like, narrow, just a... That stuff's a pain in the ass. That stuff has to be poured on a 1. It won't act right. At all. This stuff gets poured on a 1. Only because it's that little curber, and it's kind of petty. The curber is petty. It's not the design itself. So yeah, they're not ready, and I'm just gonna sit here and chill. Get that out of my way. What's disappointing about today is the fact that they had me get up at fucking 3 in the morning to get ready for work, to be in by 5, to head all the way up here to sleep for an hour. Why? So I got literally, it's 8 o'clock. I clocked in at about 4:40 this morning. Yeah. This is my first load. I got it at 7:30. Almost 3 hours after I got to work. One of the best configurations I've ever seen was the guy who had like a burlap sack mounted to the back side of his curb machine, so it brushed it as he did it. Nobody had to touch it. It was fucking brilliant. I was like, that's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. They're like, isn't that great? I was like, yeah, because there's nobody behind me. I don't have to worry about anybody being alongside the truck. Roll it out. You ready? Okay. Yeah, he thought I was going to roll backward. I don't know who the fuck rolls backward on this damn shit. I even told him, I said, I never have rolled backward. Does that look good? Alright. Stop and go. until I get the speed right. How's it looking? It's not cracking, is it? Sweet. Yeah, it's too fucking dry. It cracks as it's pulling out. And we don't want that. Like to roll it out fast. But I'll stop it a lot. Even with it rolling slow, I stop it a lot. It ain't too wet. He's got to lower it now. Because it's like 2,000. Yeah. 9 yards, 2,000. They used to have a guy that would follow on and cut the little. What he was. He had to get him lined up. He was starting to go off the line. He's got to follow this orange line on the ground. Like, precisely. Otherwise, they got to come in, cut it out, and they got to go over it. a little bit of a splash, but not a lot. And my sprayer up there is so fucking slow. That it's like basically taking a spray bottle. Keep it happy. We want happy mud. Experiences. I don't think I've ever done a video on one of these. Nope. Yeah, I know, there's nothing to see. It's just me watching. Trying to stay in line with him. Try to speed it up a little bit. This here is where I love my fold down chute. When they come up to these drainage things. I just put it on the ground right where they want it. Because they're going to make a gap and then they're going to hand form it up to the gutter thingy. To have these two blades for trowels. There they are. He's putting them on the point. Yeah. There they are. A little bit. Okay. And they'll go right over top of it to stay on the line so they don't have to move it around a lot. It's brilliant. I'll drop on the other side when they get it in position. They may need me to fill in, they may not. We'll see. See how this works. So I just stay out of their way while they're trying to
me this.
For him to mold it up there.
I'll just get them dumped out and shake them.
You want me to drop some right there for you?
Yeah, let them take off and then you can dump both sides.
Okay. He's gonna need some more, so I pull up, drop some in him, let him get going, and then I'll do the other side. So I'm gonna drop a little bit in him so we can get going, then I'll back it up. Got it? Alright. Done this a lot. Done it a lot. Don't scrape it out. Don't scrape it out. Because I'm just going to flip the chute down and drop it where you need it and then flip it back up. There you go. Okay. Is there enough up in there for the next one, or do I need to roll it out a little? Okay. just got done mixing in about 3 gallons. Now the trick to doing this without making a fucking puddle on the top is when they tell you to add water. This is a technique thing for a curb. Okay. Start adding the water, but don't charge it fast. Let it start charging, start adding the water as it's charging back. And some of the water will roll off and mix in as it's going back, and then you beat it. And it won't puddle. If you charge it and get all the concrete to the back and then add water to it, you're going to have a floating mess on the top. This fly ash that we have in this is so fucking sensitive, like chalk. I'm always splashing it a little bit as we roll out. Because it just eats it up, eats up the water. Okay. Oh shit. Alright. That going there. 1,000, 2,000.
You got 9 yards, right? Now throw 4 or 5 in.
11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 15,000. Okay. Now, I used to have a smart hatch on my truck. And I had done a test to see what my pour count, like a bartender, right? And they would tell us when they're training us, learning this job, you know, for every second is 1 gallon. Not in this thing. Not on this thing. So, I got my water in, sitting there messing with the smart hatch, seeing, right? I did my count, went out on the meter and looked at it, and it was only 3 gallons. When I'm slumping a footing and they want this shit like super wet, I have to wedge something in the water thing here, hold it open, and then I take my hose and help it. Otherwise, we'll be there all day. And I'm not in the mood for that. Yep. So, let me, I'm gonna have to call him, let him know it's, you know, tightening up as we're working. It's kind of being a little ridiculous. So, make sure that they got a full tank of water before they come out here. of my job and it's probably the basis of why I love it. I can be as vulgar as I want to be inside this truck. Burp, fart, smoke at will. I don't have designated breaks. I'm not controlled by a time clock. The only thing I'm controlled by is my punch-in time and my checkout time. Everything else is basically, nature of the beast. With respects. This job is a slow fucking job. You can't rush this. Now we get these industrial pours where all I gotta do is flip one chute down, go in there, half discharge into this giant pit when I wash down, fold that shit up and fucking go. I can only go as fast as the finishers. The jobs only get done in the time frame that the finishers can finish it or get you poured out. There's no rushing. The only thing you gotta rush is get it there and start it. You don't want cold joints because concrete don't wait for nobody. Now, depending on who their digger is, I call him the digger. The guy who shoves the concrete down into the auger. Some of them like it just barely. Some of them like it full. This guy likes it full. Oh, he good. He likes it that way. So I did have it rolling about 2. And he's rolling the machine faster than my roll out. There we go. one of these jobs I did a long time ago where the guy didn't really know what he was doing, and he made the process. Need a break? It's coming. It's not out. Now we're out, finally. Okay. Now I go find a place to wash it.